You know what I'm saying? And then I do dirty shit. Not now, but like I've done dirty shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers been through shit. Done females dirty. That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it just come with it, man. You just can't forget where your help come from, and can't forget that he is the mitigating factor for everything going on in my life.
Yeah.
And I gotta check in.
And everything that you go through is just
I gotta check in.
And everything that you go through is just a learning experience.
100. What don't kill you, build you.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you ain't dead, keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. So, who's in your top 5? Like, who's in your top 5 all time? Like,
I should have known that shit was coming. I won't even like think about it. All time or like right now?
Let's do all time first, and then we can do right now.
Andre 3000.
Okay.
Tupac.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's fucking hard. Because like different, it's just different waves for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, definitely.
Now,
Andre, definitely. Period. Jay-Z, definitely. Because of everything he's accomplished.
Right.
Like from Reasonable Doubt to now.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. So that's 3. I'll give you Eminem as 4.
Thank you. He's in my top 5.
Eminem as 4 for the cultural difference, for how he came up like a minority. You know what I'm saying? But still got it out in the mud.
I feel like Eminem, low key. You know, we talk about the Beastie Boys, but I feel like to me, Beastie Boys was hip hop, but they was still.
Beastie Boys was hip hop, but
they was like rock.
Yeah, you know. They was like that experimental sound. Like we got y'all are catering to 2 different markets. Yeah, you don't have like a distinct.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, they broke the barrier.
Yeah, they turned up.
But Eminem
for Limp Bizkit. Yeah, for, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
all that.
But for Eminem, I feel like he broke, like he at the time he corrupted in a good way. Machine Gun Kelly,
any white artist, rapper, any white rapper right now, Eminem was the catalyst for them.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Period. Hands down. If you say you wasn't, you lying. Straight up lying.
Yeah, and then also like look what he did. He had brought in 50 Cent. Like
yeah. And then so shout out to Dre for that. Yeah. Because I just found out too. Dre was in like a little situation. Yeah. Like he was on the verge. You know what I'm saying? He was on the fence with the label. Like had he not found Eminem, his career might not have been where it
would
went.
have been over. Yeah.
It was a rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then M came in and saved the day, but he needed it just more than Dre. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that hunger drove him to produce how he produced. Yeah. And then I also heard something recently from Akon in this interview that was like, which kind of like, I'm willing to go to the studio and just be there, like until I get tired. Right. But one of Eminem's approaches and his mindset and how he was, like bringing on Eminem, how he moved, like what he talked about, how his content, everything was like pioneer-esque. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you could tell off the rip he was different and he meant to be a leader in this shit. Yeah. Period. But one thing Akon said that even warped Akon's mind was like, Eminem said at 9, so he'll come in at 9 to the studio, 9 a.m. and he'll leave at 5 every day, period. No, hands down, no question. He not working on Saturday and Sunday, like Friday 9 to 5. And he like, so he in the middle of a verse and it comes 5 o'clock and Eminem put the pen down and he like, you know what I'm saying, I'm done. And Akon like you're not gonna finish the verse? Like, he's like, nah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll finish it tomorrow.
Yeah. That's you know what, but that's
I get it.
That's real, yeah.
You got, bro, it's just like a job. He's like, I'm not gonna let this stress me out. Hey, I got a family, I got a woman, I got Kim, his daughter, Haley. You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter, I got a family. Like, I'm doing this shit like a job. Like, I'm not gonna let it stress me out. I got longevity here. Yeah. I need to fucking exercise how I move.
But do you think like him and Jay-Z and all them, like, do you think they really do that? Like, as far as like 9 to 5 in between them hours, like this is.
I feel like any true artist, you're always building, you're always creating, because you're always living. Yeah. So everything, like I was going today earlier, doing something, and something happened Oh, last night. Last night I came out here. I ain't had no tree. I went to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
What hood you went at?
In Broward, in Broward County. You know what I'm saying? I'm thank God. You know what I'm saying? I'm good in the suburbs. I'm good in the hood. Like it's just my type of personality is what's going on. So and how I was raised. So anyway, don't try that at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just pull up in the hood. That shit crazy. But went to the hood looking for some smoke, and then like a line came from that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you know what I'm saying, everybody can't do it. Like, just pull up in the hood, get straight, like, you know what I'm saying, everything good. Like, pull off everything good, that type of shit. But, so if you're an artist, you're always creative, man. So life gonna always give you shit. So whether you clocking in or not at the studio time, you still creating. You still writing, you still jotting shit down, you still soaking up life, like, that's just all the time.
Yeah, you're right, because I feel like, you know, maybe in the after hours, they still...
It's in you.
Yeah.
And it's either in you or on you. And a lot of motherfuckers now in the industry, it's on them.
Yeah.
They, you know what I'm saying, they put that shit on, so they gotta clock in.
Right.
They gotta put the mask on. They gotta wake up, do their makeup, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, for motherfuckers like Eminem, like Jay, like myself, like Wayne, like niggas who, like, it's in them. So you always an artist. Like, that's just what's going on.
That's what's up. And who's your number 5?
Who? Wayne.
Wayne? Okay.
I'll give you Wayne. I'll give Wayne. Of all time.
And what about right now?
And honestly, I'll give you Wayne of all time because he crossed barriers. He did a lot. You know what I'm saying? From his young age, from 504 Boys to fucking Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying? And rock and roll and that type of shit. Yeah. All that. He done did it all. So what else you gonna like? All that.
Do you think he getting unappreciated now because of the fact that you look at all the influence?
He's done everything. What else you gonna do? And it's not everybody had a season.
Yeah.
His season was long as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
You ain't gonna last forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and me, I thank God for wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm planning now for what I'm gonna do after my face is off the TV and radio, that type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be rapping forever.
Yeah.
I can write till I get carpal tunnel. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be like rapping forever. Like I can't be no 50-year-old, 60-year-old rapper. It's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. But I can be a CEO. I can be a writer. I can be an A&R and give other people opportunities. I can there's other avenues in the industry and in the music to still be impactful behind the scenes. And I don't give a fuck about the fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I think that's one thing that he was setting up. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, he brought on Drake. He brought on Nicki. He brought Tyga.
Yeah.
He brought, you know what I'm saying? Like, he brought on a lot of motherfuckers who probably still making money, forecast money, young money. Yeah. And he in the CEO role right now. So he's really kind of phasing out. So I don't feel like he's getting lack of any credit. And if he does, just check his resume.
Yeah.
Check his resume, bro. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
The man influenced like a whole
era.
A whole era. I think.
Whole era.
2 eras.
Like, really though. Really though. Like, Mo Fire right now, I hear like it's the first song coming on, like, or Block is Hot, or Go DJ, or like any of it.
Yeah.
But 5 right now, Kendrick is 1.
Okay.
Cole is 1. Buddy is 1.
Buddy?
Yeah, you know Buddy. You fuck with Buddy.
Buddy. Where he from?
He from LA.
LA?
Yeah, he from the West. Nipsey is 1.
Nipsey, okay.
I can't. I love Buddy. I can't put Buddy on there because it's only 5. So we got Kendrick, we got Nipsey, we got Cole, we got right now Childish Gambino.
I like that. I feel like he's this generation Andre. I've been saying that for a long time. Like, he's this generation Andre, and in a few years, what's his name? Goddamn, he came out with an album too. You know who I'm talking about?
Who?
He came out with an album
recently
that shut down DJ Khaled album.
Big Crit?
No, not Big Crit. He
when he dropped it?
He dropped it like a couple months ago, the same time Khaled did. He did an album like Childish Gambino did, like the vibe with the beats. Tyler the Creator. I feel like in a few years he's gonna be like the Kanye of this generation.
And I feel like, man, I don't know how. I'm like impartial about Tyler. His creativity is phenomenal. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. His music, everything's not for me. Some of it is. You know
I was just saying when he first came out.
But
I was like,
his influence and his innovative nature, I definitely fuck with. Like it's hot.
Yeah.
Like it's hot and it's hype. You know what I'm saying? But for that fifth, we got Cole, Kendrick, Nipsey,
Childish. You said Childish, right?
Who?
You said Childish Gambino was the fifth.
Childish is the fourth, and damn, right now.
You know, I'll put Rhapsody. I'll put Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's a rap. Rhapsody. Rhapsody. Yes, you're absolutely right.
So
you're absolutely right.
Before I get in this question real quick, as an artist, you know, you study a lot of people before you right now.
A little bit like closer. A little bit.
And a lot of you have the up and comers too. Like the kids younger, right?
For sure.
What's one of the things that you don't want to change about yourself as far as you grow?
Maybe like kind of like here and behind him and whatever. Change. What do I not want to change about me?
Yeah. And this the first question I ever asked.
Yeah, I love that. What do I not want to change about me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to change my sense of, I don't want to change my purpose.
Okay.
I don't want to change my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never change my purpose.
Right.
Because my purpose is, like, I'm predicated off of the music being larger than the artist, always. Like, man, I make music with a message. And what I'm in it for is not only for me and my generation, but the next generation, for souls. Like, I feel like the biggest war, like, people want to talk about war on drugs, war on gas, like Afghanistan, all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest war we're not talking about is the spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me, like, I know where my gift come from, and I know where my help come from, and for me, the reason I'm in it is to be that staple, that catalyst. Like, yo, like, I done been through. Right. I done had no license. I done been locked up. Right. I done been, you know what I'm saying? I done been through. You know what I'm saying? Right. I done been homeless. And like, I done done some shit, and I done been through some shit. I done done everything on my dime. Like, I done built this shit from the ground. I done came from the country. I done been, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done all this shit in the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? Glory to God. And you can too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to remain in the state that you in. Like, you don't have to. You won't. Right. And it's up to you. You control your destiny. You know what I'm saying? Grind to thrive. That's it. It's bigger than it used to. Honestly, I started out grind to survive, but then throughout my process, it's like it's more to life than that. Like life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, because most people won't attain it. Yeah. Pursuit of. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you thrive. You grind to thrive. Like, that's what's going on.
That's what's up, man.
So I never want my purpose to change.
Yeah, because the reason why I asked that is because, you know, as you grow in the industry, as you grow,
a lot of shit affect a lot of shit.
You one of the few people I'm like, don't ever change.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ever change, like, your mission, you know, in life. You know, you
I respect that. I appreciate that.
You got the biggest house in the States.
And you gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Honest, you remember the picnic tables?
Yeah.
That type of shit. Straight up.
But yeah, man, like, it's just like, I see it all the time, like, people change, but then you also see people that, like J. Cole, for example, Kendrick, like, they changed from where they started as far as, like, they ability, but they still the same person.
The same person.
They cool. They still cool with the friends and the family.
Exactly.
You know, they came up with. You know, they was willing to open up doors for other artists and stuff like that. They ain't had that limelight. Wasn't
for sure.
You know, it wasn't like a flaws thing. Like, you know, flaws down here we call it like fake.
Yeah. Oh, I already know flogging. You know what I'm saying? You flogging look, I'm one big on like lingo and shit. You know what I'm saying? And damn, you take that shit back to Carolinas. Some niggas might not know what you're talking about, but I know exactly what you're coming from. And it ain't never gonna be no flaws and no false shit, no, you know what I'm saying? None of that funny shit, bro. I don't do none of that. I respect artists like that though, and I think that's what all of them have in common in my top 5 for now.
Yeah,
they never change.
Never change.
You know what I'm saying? And that's